Hi guys, welcome to Monday. I hope you had an opportunity to roll out and recover after Saturday's burpee hour. For today we've got a 20-minute AMRAP with running, pull-ups, sit-ups, and lunges. I'm going to go over the warm-up first. It's going to be 3 rounds for quality. I want you to start with 16 alternating foot taps. After that there's going to be 12 lunges, 6 per leg, and we're going to go in different directions. Then we've got 8 break dancers, so 4 per side, and then 4 rock and rolls, which will be 2 each way. So first, with alternating foot taps, all you're going to do is have your weight, whether it's a kettlebell or a dumbbell, and you're just going to alternate foot taps to it. Okay, so every time you tap is 1 rep. After that, we're going to go into our multi-directional lunges. So for this, what we're going to do is start just standing up nice and tall. We're going to go out to 12 o'clock. That'll be our first one. And then we're going to go out to between 1 and 2 o'clock. That's our second. Our third one is out to 3 o'clock into a side lunge. Then we're going to go back diagonally between 4 and 5 o'clock. After that, we're going to go straight back to 6 o'clock for a reverse lunge. And then our last lunge will be our curtsy lunge between 7 and 8. And then I'm just going to repeat that on the opposite leg, going first out in front to a diagonal, side lunge, back diagonal, reverse lunge, curtsy lunge. Next we're going to do is our break dancers. We're going to add in a little bit of a row to the motion as well. So I'm going to get set up in my bear crawl position. I'm going to kick the right leg through, and then I want you to focus on pulling this left arm back behind you, and then you'll switch to the other side. Okay, so I'm just looking for about a 2-second squeeze when you're pulling that elbow back behind you. And then our last movement here is our rock and roll. So I'm going to get set up in my hollow body. I'll roll into arch, back to hollow. So that'll be 1 rep. You'll go the other way for 2, and then 3, 4. Okay, so that's your warm-up, 3 rounds for quality of those 4 movements. After that, we're going to do our 50 unbroken Russian either kettlebell or dumbbell swings. Be sure to note in the comments what weight you used. So quick reminder here, kettlebell always starts just a little bit in front of the toes. I'm going to push my hips back so my wrists are in that upper groin area. I'll hike, squeeze my butt at the top. And when I'm done, half swing back down. After that, we're going to get into our WOD. So this is a 20-minute AMRAP, plus every 5 minutes, starting with minute 0, you're going to run 400 meters. So 3, 2, 1, go. You're going to start off with a 400-meter run. If you need to, you can sub rowing, 0.8K on the bike, 2 minutes of jump rope, or burpees. After that, you're going to do 10 reps of a pull-up or row option, 15 sit-ups from one of the options, and then 20 alternating lunges. When your timer dings after 5 minutes, you're going to go back out for that run. When you come back, I want you just to pick up where you left off. So let's just say that you go 3, 2, 1, go, you run, you get through your 10 pull-ups, your 15 sit-ups, your 20 lunges, and let's say you got 5 pull-ups, and then clock hit 5 minutes. You got to stop where you are, go out for your run. When you come back, you're going to finish the 5 pull-ups that you had left to finish off your 10, and then you'll go into your sit-ups and your lunges. Okay, so you're just picking back up right where you left off and continuing to count how many rounds you complete. So your score is going to be total rounds plus reps, and then you'll note in the options what weight or which option you picked. So for the pull-ups or the bent over rows, we have different hand positions. There's an overhand, a neutral, and an underhand position. Also, if you're doing pull-ups, you can either do strict or kipping. For the sit-ups, I'm going to go over feet anchored, butterfly, straight leg. For any one of these, if you want to, you can add weight to it. And then for the lunges, basically pick one of the versions that we did in our warm-up for the lunges. And again, you can go weighted or unweighted for that. So first, with the bent over rows. So what I mean by overhand would be the palms facing you, like this, okay? And you'll just push your butt back and then row to the chest. Neutral will be the palms facing each other. And then underhand will be the palms facing out. Okay, all of these hit slightly different parts of your back muscles as well as your forearms and biceps. Okay, so any one of those are fine. You can also do that on a pull-up bar where you pull up here, or if you have a neutral grip, or if you're doing a chin up. For the sit-ups, what you can do here, if you have your ab mat, feel free to use that. For the feet anchored, what you're going to do is have your dumbbells in front of you, toes will go under, and then you'll go back, come up, and then touch the sides of the dumbbells. Having the feet anchored just makes the sit-up a little bit faster, a little bit easier. For the butterfly, this is kind of our typical RX version of sit-ups. We'll go back, touch, and then touch in front of the toes. For the straight leg version, just like it sounds, legs are going to be straight, go back, touch, come up, and touch the toes. It's also going to give you a good stretch in the hamstrings. If you're doing it with a weight, you can have a dumbbell, a plate, a wall ball, anything like that, where you just go behind your back or behind over your head and then come up and touch in front of the toes. For our lunges, like I said, forward, reverse, diagonal, curtsy, or Cossack is what they call a side lunge. For the weighted versions, you can do a farmer carry if you want to hold your weights at your side. You can do a front rack carry or hold here, or you can go overhead. If you really want to be adventurous, you could have one in a farmer carry position, one in a front rack position. You could have one in a front rack position, one in an overhead position, even one overhead, one farmer carry. All of those are going to kind of tax the body a little bit differently, especially the core. Just make sure that if you have two different weights, have the lighter weight in whatever the hardest position is, which would be overhead or front rack versus down at your side. That's the easiest position. So once you finish the WOD, guys, like I said, be sure to note reps and rounds, as well as whatever option you picked from the pull-up or rowing group, the sit-up group, and the lunge group. Guys, as always, move well, have fun, good luck.